how do you see the prospects for Europeans in terms of trying to make sure that this moves forward? Because it's not just Hamas who think this is the best opportunity that they have. You know, lots of different governments have been calling for a ceasefire for a very long time now, and it's been extraordinarily elusive. And now there's a lot of effort going into trying to make sure that something comes out of this process. Are there specific things that you think Europeans can do to help implement it, to help make it into something which does last?
Yeah, absolutely. Firstly, let's recall that the Europeans working with the Arabs played an important role in shaping some of the better aspects of this plan. And so this is something that they need to continue doing with Arab partners, understanding that, that the principles are there, but the details are not. This is not a take it or leave it offer. This is now a question of being able to nail down all the different details and modalities, etc., etc. And that's now happening, or beginning to happen in Cairo, but it will be a much longer term process. Secondly, it's about understanding where European leverage lies. Its leverage over Hamas is non-existent in virtue of European policies, its sanctions and no contact policy, but it does have leverage over Israel. And to be quite frank, when it comes to concerns over implementation, at least for me, and I think many people, the concerns lie with Israel, and the high likelihood Israel will not implement what it needs to do. So the question is, how do you actually keep the pressure on the Israeli government? And I think quite clearly there is a continued need to put pressure on the Israeli government, on Israel itself, through sanctions. At the very least, by making it clear to Israel that if it is not in compliance with the terms of the deal, including a full withdrawal from Gaza and opening up a political pathway, then there will be a full suspension of the association agreement between the EU and Israel. This is something that the EU has so far not done. So I think it's something that, so it still has that leverage on the table, which it could at least threaten to use in event of Israeli non-compliance.